to Lake Dolores. What used to be Lake Dolores is now abandoned. Over the years, I think it opened up in the 60s, and over the years it became a water park in the early 2000s, but it really never took off. Some geniuses decided they wanted to put a water park between Las Vegas and Los Angeles in the middle of nowhere. I think it lasted maybe 2 years. I think it was called the Water Rockola or something like that, or Rockola. I don't know the name of it. If you know the name of it, just put it in the comments. But we're here, we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see what's left of this place. So if you lived out here in Eastern California and you want to go to a water park, I guess this is where you came. So let's go see what is left of this. Hey, but also hang around the video because we're gonna show you some other cool things here. Like the original Del Taco. Believe it or not, this guy in the early 60s opened up the original Del Taco, and we're gonna go there too. And show you some other cool things here along this corridor between Las Vegas and Los Angeles. So stick around, you're not going to want to miss this. But welcome back to Beers and Frontiers. So as I was saying, it was called the Rockahula. It lasted 2 years. It just never really got a lot of visitors and never really got off the ground. But can you imagine? I lived in LA back in the time. Well, I would come back and forth from Las Vegas and I'd pass this thing and I'd say, who goes there? How long is it going to last? Well, it didn't last very long. So let's walk around and see what is left of this place. It's kind of pretty cool. I mean, right now, it's kind of haven for graffiti artists. There's a lot of graffiti. And if you're kind of into that, you're going to enjoy what we're going to show you here. So hang around. Let me flip this camera around. All right, there she goes here. This probably maybe was an arcade of some sort. And now it's abandoned. So it's kind of blocked off. I'm not going in there. Let's see what I can see here. Yeah, it's just a lot of trash. You can see here. Looks like people probably live here at night, crash here. A lot of homeless people. It's probably a scary spot. You don't want to be here at nighttime. You just never know who or what you're going to run into. So this looks like what would have been probably the midway of this water park. There looks like maybe the entrance, the old entrance. If you had ever been to this water park, let me know in the comments. Let me know what it was like. I happen to know, I mean, today's not windy at all, but I know this part of the desert gets very windy and sand blowing all the time. And I just don't think that would have been fun. I don't know how they kept all the desert sand out of the water all the time. They must have had a great filtration system. Anyway, let's take a look in here. What do we got? So here's the old queue to enter the park. So say around the year 2002, over 20 years ago, you would have came through these gates right here. And as you can see up there on the hill, that's where the rides were. You'd climb to the top there, the big water slides. There's some people kind of milling around up there. I'm actually surprised there's people out here today. I thought I'd be the only kind of person that would be poking around at a place like this on Black Friday. This is kind of when I'm filming this. I think everybody else is out shopping. I hope you're enjoying our video. If so, leave us a like, leave us some comments. We appreciate you coming out every couple of weeks when we drop a video. And we appreciate the support. Let's go up that hill. Let's see what, we're kind of near it. Let's see how close we can get. So this looks like what have probably been the lazy river. Now, I don't go to a lot of water parks anymore, amusement parks, because I just can't stand the lines. But I tell you what, when I go to a water park, that's my favorite part. It's the lazy river. Just get in an inner tube and just float on that bad boy forever. So you probably would have came down here, around the bend there. Oh yeah. So here would have been the entrance to the lazy river. So you can walk in. Let's take a walk down. Check it out. Now it's just a haven for graffiti artists. There you go. All that's left is a lot of sagebrush and discarded items from people over the last couple of decades. There you have it, man. The Rockahula Water Park, circa 2000, 2004. So this looks like it may have been some sort of wave pool or just wading pool. Right there. All right, let's go up top, see what we can see. I would tell you, I mean, just so as to show you time indoors and what it doesn't endure. I mean, I think 2003, 2002. This park actually closed in 2004. But there would have been people would have been standing on these steps, walking in their bathing suits, girls in bikinis, walking to the top on a hot summer's day in the middle of July, trying to cool off. Now it's just me walking up these steps. Top here, we've come to the top, which probably was a water slide. There's your two chutes right there, the pillars that used to have it, and that's where you land in that pool I showed you earlier. All right, so hope you enjoyed this water park adventure. So we got a couple of cool other things to show you, some abandoned dwellings here in and around Yermo, California, Eastern California, what we call abandoned California. And also we've got the original Del Taco, and I think there's a really cool sculpture park nearby. So stick around for that. All right. So Lake Dolores started out as a campground back in the 60s. And I think I mentioned it earlier that over the years it evolved into several other things. So this place has been around for a long time. But the last thing it was a water park that closed in 2004. Now she's just abandoned, like a lot of things nowadays, long forgotten. All right, let's press on. Let's see what else we can see here. More of the abandoned homes you're going to find here in the eastern desert of California. When you think of Eastern California, think of that Kim Wilde song, Kids in America. She sung about Eastern California. I wonder if this is what she was referring to. Probably not. But anyway, you know, we're kind of along the I-15 between Los Angeles and Las Vegas, near Barstow and a town called Yermo. We're going to go into that and we're going to check out some more of abandoned stuff here along I-15 corridor, places that have long been forgotten. Mostly, the only people that pay attention to these things these days are vandals. They can come out and, you know, do what they do, spray paint, burn it down, squat along here, usually the little crack house, you know, whatever the heck they do. So there's a group of houses out here in this little area, so obviously several people lived here. Maybe it was a small little village. Maybe it was a ranch of some sort. Yeah, here's the foundation. That's all that's left. That was probably a dwelling. That was a house. Okay. Let's, so the only thing really standing here is this stone fixture. And that's, you know, that's kind of the common theme out here in the West. You'll see a lot of buildings that have been around for centuries. The ones that are standing, the ones made of rock and concrete. So you can see this roof was burned out. Let's see if we can take a peek inside here. All right, here we go. Just think who may have lived here back in the day. It's not a big structure, but I obviously could tell it was a home at one point. If you've ever driven from Vegas to LA or vice versa, you may have seen this A-frame house. I've always kind of wanted to check it out. It's kind of cool. I mean, the A-frames are really popular as far as that style, 60s and the 70s. Let's go inside here. So it's still got a good foundation here. All right. This would have been their view with their front porch. People who lived here. It's pretty cool. But long been abandoned. No longer. We're living here. So who knows? Maybe this was an old rest stop. You know, an old gas station back in the day. Because you have this like old frontage road over there. You can see it there and outside the window. It may have been the old highway to Las Vegas. Now replaced by the I-15, as you can see. Traffic going by. It's just another stark example of what's left here on the old corridors and the old back roads in Eastern California. Check her out. In 1964, an Air Force veteran named Ed Harkbarth opened up the original Del Taco right on this very spot. So let's take a poke around and see what is going on here at this place that used to house the original Del Taco. So it doesn't look like it's open now. Looks like it's closed, maybe sold off. It actually is no longer a Del Taco. It is it was a burger place for a while. I guess they sold out of their tacos. They are done. But anyway, back in those days, tacos were like 19 cents. That was pretty cheap. That was way before Bidenomics. But anyway, this is what is left of the old original Del Taco. Now, there's a Del Taco in Barstow, California, that claims to be the original Del Taco. But you know what? I don't really care about that place because I'm not there. I'm here. So I'm going to go with this one. Anyway, but there she is. 1962, she opened up. Or 64, I think. And lasted all those years until now. It became a burger joint, and now it's just an abandoned restaurant along the roadside between Las Vegas and Los Angeles. So those of you on the East Coast might not be familiar with Del Taco. I know it's a big chain out here in the out in the West, and it kind of rivals Taco Bell. Some people like Del Taco better. Some people like Del Taco. They're both the same to me. They're no better. They're really kind of substandard food, if you ask me. But some people really like it. Let me know in the comments which one you like better, Del Taco or Taco Bell. But there she is, original Del Taco, all her glory. last steps we're going to take today, at the end of our video, is Liberty Sculpture Park, right near Yermo, outside of Barstow, California, off the I-15. Now this park was put together by this guy to memorialize the victims of communism. And we're going to go check out some of the sculptures. So stick around. So this sculpture memorializes the victims of Tiananmen Square. Now, if you remember Tiananmen Square, I think it was like 1989, led by Tim Walz and the communist students on Tiananmen Square. Well, I'm just joking about Tim Walz. We all know the story there, that he had nothing to do with that. But anyway, but this here memorializes these folks in that event. So I think we all remember the photo from back in the day of the students standing in front of the tank in Tiananmen Square. And no, that is not Tim Walz. Let's check this out. And I guess I have all the names we'll see in Chinese here. Okay. Well, I guess translated to English, of the victims. Obviously there's your hammer and sickle and all the skulls it's propped up against, the millions of people who died as a result of communism. And I tell you, we are lucky to be Americans and to live in a time that we don't have to endure the things that these people did. So, thank your lucky stars. So here's a memorial of the victims of communism. So I gather if you were living back in the 60s or 70s, or even now and living under communism rule and you're not with the program, they might line you up on a wall such as this and shoot you to death. I mean, check this thing out. They got handcuffs on the wall. It's terrible. So as you can see, the handcuffs that this artist had put up here to kind of put on display of what people had to endure. This is a sculpture commemorating the conspiracy of COVID-19. Now, believe it or not, the Chinese government did not like it, so they sent somebody here to burn it down. And this is what's left of it. However, it has since been rebuilt. And there she is. Okay. Let's get a closer look at this. All right, so here's the new one standing proud. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed your adventure with us today. I mean, we took you to some abandoned buildings, some places along the route I-15 and the abandoned water park. That was a pretty cool thing to see what's left of it from back in the day, and the original Del Taco. And now we are wrapping up here at Liberty Park, the sculpture. So I hope you enjoyed some of the sculptures we showed you and everything else. Leave the comments, give us a like down below, hit the like button. But until next time, that's all we have for you. Cheers from Beers and Fritters.